Well, in today's class, I'm going to review length of arc, area of sector, inscribed angles, and equation of a circle. So, first of all, though I mentioned length of arc and area of sector first, I prefer to take inscribed angles, this topic first. Okay, a couple of questions from that inscribed angles topic. Okay. Okay, so how to solve this question? Actually, measure of angle 1, measure of angle 1 equals to of the measure of, please remember this is the universal rule of the measure of whatever the arc value is given. So here AB. Now just plug in these values. Please remember that this value, which is 130, should go here. You have to input the right values. You have to input the right values in the right spot. So here 130, it won't go here. Please remember that's not going to be here. Then this should go to the place of arc. Now, just plug in these values. Of the measure of what is AB arc value means 130. Therefore, what is half of 130 means that gives you 65. So, measure of angle 1 equals to 65 degrees. The second question that appears almost same as the previous one, but it is slightly different. Measure of KL, KJL, I mean, please remember of the measure of the arc, KJL. So, of the measure of arc equals to angle. So, what is the name of this angle means? Let's say that KLP. So, measure of KLP. In the previous question, there was a number. So here there is no number. Instead of that, I'm taking KLP. You can see that this is KLP, right? So this angle value goes here. It goes here. So 125 degrees equals to of the measure of KJL arc. In order to cancel this off and isolate this one, we take times 2 on both the sides. Therefore, 2 times 125, easily you can compute, you'll get that 250. Therefore, the length of this one, so this one is the value of this arc is KJL, this is 250 degrees. Okay, so let me quickly jump to the next question. Today I'm not giving much of time for you to think and ask. The next one is let me draw circles. Let's say that there is a circle and I'm not really sure whether will I be able to draw straight lines or not. Okay, say that this is one card and this is another card. These two are intersecting at a point. Okay, let me give an example. Let's say that this is angle 1. Okay, and vertically opposite angles are equal. Therefore, we are not spending much time on this. So let's say that A, B, maybe C and D. So measure of angle 1 equals to of the measure of, I see that there are two arcs. Please notice that this angle is associated with the two arcs. One is here and one is here, right? Therefore, of the measure of arc BC, arc BC plus arc AD. So this is the rule. Now, let me take a question which is um, based on the concept which we discussed just now. Okay, so let's say that let's say that two lines are drawn, and see that these cards are uh, intersecting inside the circle. Please remember this point of intersection need not be the center. Okay, sometimes you may be asked to find, let's say that this is P, Q, R, S. Let's say that this is given, measure of this one is maybe some 40 degrees, and this one is some 70. Okay, 70 degrees. The question is find the measure of angle POR. This is the question. Measure of angle POR. Therefore, how to compute the value of this one means first of all, when the diagram is given, you have to see that 70 degrees are given here, 40 degrees are given here. Therefore, I'll be able to compute this angle. Does it make sense? Right? But not this one. So how to figure out this? That I'll take at the end. So let me figure out what is ROQ. So measure of angle ROQ. ROQ means, don't get confused, I'm talking about this angle, not this one, not this one. Because I don't know what is the value of this. I don't know what is the value of this. So, but I know that here, this arc value, this arc value. So let me figure out what is the value of this, and then I'll use the concept of straight line makes 180. Well, so let's focus on this one. Now, let me take that measure of ROQ equals to half the measure of, I see that there are two arcs whose values are given. This is 70. So 70 plus, don't forget when the cards intersect inside the circle, we add the values. So this is 40, 70 and 40. So I get that half of 70 plus 40, that gives me 110 degrees. Half of 110, which is 55. But this is not the end of the story, because see, the question is what is the value of this angle? What is the value of this angle? Right? In the previous sessions, you learned that a straight line makes 180 degrees. Therefore, if this angle is 55 degrees, if this angle is 55 degrees, then what is the value of this one means? I would say that as I mentioned before, straight line makes 180. Straight line makes 180. So I see that this is 55 degrees. 55. From where did I get? Means just now I computed and I got 55 degrees. That goes here. And what is the value of this one? Okay. Therefore, it's going to be 55 degrees plus angle POR, that is this angle. Okay. So let me write that angle POR equals to 180 degrees. You know, here we adopt a simple algebra. We take away 55 on both the sides, then the value of angle POR equals to 125. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, it is 125 degrees. So angle POR equals to 125 degrees. Okay. Well, let's go to the next question really quick. Okay. Next rule is when a circle is given, okay, you know, I'm going to discuss three scenarios. Okay. When the circle is given and two secants are drawn. What are secants means? A line segment that intersects the circle at 2 points. Do you see that? So these are secants. Okay. And I'm taking one secant and one tangent. Secant means already I discussed that it intersects at 2 points. Tangent means it touches at 1 point. It touches at 1 point. Maybe both are tangents. Both are tangents. In all the three cases, the rule is almost the same. The rule is almost the same. Let's say that here is the angle formed. Let me take it as x. In all the three cases, I'm taking this one as x. Okay. So in all these three cases, the angle formed outside the circle is x. So the value of x equals to of the measure of. Please see that when the seconds are drawn and we are trying to compute the value of x, and this angle is associated with these two arcs, right? So let me name them as ABCD. Okay. Therefore, of the measure of these two, I see that BC is the longest, that is the longest arc, and AD is the smallest one. So you take the longest arc first. So BC subtract AD. Okay. Let me take the same letters A, B, and here it is touching at only 1 point. So let me name this as C. Still, I see that one long arc and one short arc are formed, right? So again, measure of angle x equals to of the measure of the long arc, which is BC, subtract the short arc, which is AC. Okay, so simply instead of remembering BC, AD, AC, and so on, I personally recommend you to remember if the line segments, let it be tangent or the seconds that are intersecting outside the circle, then you have to subtract. While subtracting, the smaller value cannot be subtracted from a higher value. Sorry, the smaller value can be subtracted from a higher value, but a higher value cannot be subtracted from a smaller value. Does it make sense? Right? So here I see that while subtracting, always the smaller value is to be subtracted from a higher value. Therefore, I'll say that the long arc value subtract small arc value. Okay, so this is the rule. Let me take a question here. Want to go. Okay, the diagram is copied. Instead of remembering the rules like BC, AC, AD, it's really hard. So instead, I personally prefer that the measure of the angle formed outside the circle equals to half the measure of always let it be tangent or secant. You write this way: long arc measure of then short arc. Okay, so of the measure of what is the long arc means. I see that the long arc value is given that 178, right? 178 subtract, and the short one is, I see that this is 76, right? So 76 degrees subtract. So half of, when you take away 76, you should get 102 degrees. So half of 102, that is 51 degrees. That's the measure of angle x. That's the measure of angle x. Okay. So really quick, let's jump to the next question. Now the next rule is, suppose a circle is given, and this is the center of the circle, this is the center of the circle, and this is an angle is drawn. This is called as central angle. This is called as a central angle. Next, angle formed on the circle. I'm sorry, the lines are not really straight. So this is called as a inscribed angle. This is called as inscribed angle. And this one is the central angle. It's easy to remember because it is formed at the center. Okay. So the condition is inscribed angle equals to half of central angle. Inscribed angle equals to half of central angle. This is the rule. So let me give you a quick example. Let's say that a circle is drawn. Oops. Then this is the center, and a very simple question I am taking. Say that this one is 160 degrees. 160 degrees. What is the measure of the angle here? Just now I discussed that inscribed angle. So you have to take, don't hesitate to draw these kind of arrows. Inscribed angle x equals to half the measure of, what is the central angle here? Look at the diagram. You know what is the central angle, which is 160. So x equals to half of 160. That gives me 80 degrees. Okay. Really quick. Next rule. Okay. Next rule is, let's say that a circle is given. And next, so the rule is, say that a tangent is drawn. Tangent means which is touching the circle at one point. Okay. I'm sorry, this is not a straight. And this is another tangent. Oh, it's not touching. Okay. An important point is angle between radius and tangent is always 90 degrees. So this is always 90 degrees. Let's say that another tangent is drawn another tangent is drawn, and this radius is touching the tangent at this point. So angle between radius and tangent is always 90 degrees. This is 90. You know that the sum of four angles of a quadrilateral is always 360. Therefore, if angle x is given and this one is y is given, what is the value of x and y means? Always x plus y equals to 180 degrees. X plus y equals to 180 degrees. So let's see a question. Let me take an example. Okay. So not one example, two examples. So let me move the page a little down. Okay. These, especially the second question, is a little tricky. Already I mentioned that if the central angle, this is the central angle, plus angle formed outside, sum of these two equals to 180. Therefore, x plus 120 equals to 180. It's a very easy calculation. Subtract 120. Therefore, the value of x equals to 60 degrees. Even the next question seems to be the same way. It seems to the same way, but it is not. Why means, the reason is, you may think that, well, it is x plus 50 equals to 180 degrees. You may write, but that is not the right concept, because here x is not the central angle. Please notice that x is not the central angle, and the concept says that the sum of central angle and the angle formed here, these two together 180, right? Therefore, let me use a different color so that that makes a little easier. And what is the value of r means, in the previous example already, in the previous page, I discussed with you that, here sum of, this one. So please see that if it is 160 and this is half of that 80 degrees, this is what we discussed in the previous page, right? So let's come to this one. Okay, so let me find what is the value of the central angle, which is PRQ, right? So let me take that 50 degrees. Let me take 50 degrees plus this one and this one, PRQ. Please remember, these two are supplementary, which means 180 degrees. Now, how to figure out PRQ? It's easy that take away 50, take away 50, then you get that PRQ equals to 130. But the value of x is not 130. You know, x equals to half of x equals to, that is inscribed angle equals to half of the central angle, half of the central angle. Just now I computed that the value of the central angle is 130. You know, just now I computed this one as 130. Therefore, half of 130, that gives me, you may make use of calculator, that is the value of x is 65. Okay, let's go to the next part. In our previous sessions already we discussed that if a circle is given, okay, let me draw this circle. Okay, if a circle is given, then area of a circle is pi r square, and circumference. What is circumference means? That's the boundary line. So circumference circumference equals to 2 pi r, right? But assume that you are taking a part of the circumference which is called as arc. So length of arc equals to, we are taking a part. A part means a fraction of 2 pi r I have to take. Oops, it is not 2, my bad, it is 2 pi r. Okay, so if you are taking arc means it is a portion, or it is a part of a circle. So circle's boundary, which means it is a part of the circumference. A part of circumference means what I have to do is, what is fraction means, that is central angle over 360 times 2 pi r. Already I discussed with you earlier. In the same way, if you are taking a circle area of a circle is pi times radius square. It is pi times radius square. But if I am taking a part of the area of a circle, which resembles like a pizza slice, okay, so that one is a part. So this is called as a sector. A part of the area of a circle is called as sector. So we take technically almost the same formula, pi times radius square, but it is a part. Part means I have to take a fraction. That fraction is central angle over 360 times pi times radius square. So really quick, uh, in my previous classes also I mentioned that you have to be really careful while computing, because you may be given one angle and you'll be asked to find the area of the other, or maybe the length of arc of the other. I'll give a quick example. Let's say that this is maybe 100 degrees. This is the central angle, and say that you are asked to find uh, find the area of the shaded region. So here when you're asked to find the area of the shaded region, please notice that that is the central angle is not 100 degrees anymore here, because when you're asked to find the area of the shaded portion means you should take this one as the central angle, not 100 degrees. Okay, so let me write that area of a sector equals to central angle over 360 times pi times radius square. In general, majority of the time, most of the students will take the central angle as 100 over 360 pi times, let's say that radius is 8 inches. So 8 square. Okay, but please notice that the shaded area is, if you are taking the shaded area, the central angle is not 100. You know, the total angle in the circle is 360. Take away this 100, then you get that 260 degrees, right? Therefore, the central angle is not 100. It is not 100. It is supposed to be 260 degrees. So you have to avoid this kind of mistakes. Therefore, it should be 260 over 360, because the total in a circle is 360. Pi times 8 square is 64. You may grab a calculator and check it. 2 times 18, 2 times 13, then 6 times 3. Oops, my bad. Then 64. No. So just you multiply. I'm taking my calculator. What is 13 times 64? 13 times 64. That gives me 832 over 18. I guess I can divide both by 2. Yes, sir. So it is 416. After the cancellation, 416, 2 times 9, these many pi, whatever the units are there, square units. Okay. Well, let me take one more question on circles. Say that um, let me change the size of this one. Too big. My bad, it's taking time. Okay. Well, say that a circle is given and this is the center of the circle, and next you are asked to find length of arc. Again, every time you need not subtract from 360. It depends upon the question. Let's say that the central angle is 40 degrees and the radius is maybe 10 centimeters, and find the length of arc AB. Let's say that this is the question. So length of arc means it is a part of the circumference of a circle. Therefore, length of arc equals to a part means take fraction central angle of 360 times 2 times pi times radius. Therefore, central angle is 40 degrees over 360 times 2 times pi. Most of the time we don't take the value of pi either as 3.14 or 22 over 7 unless the result is given in decimals. Okay, the radius is, I see that here, 10 units. Then let's compute. 0 gets cancelled. You may make use of calculator for that matter if you want. So 1 times 2, 2, 2 times 10, that gives me 20 over 9 pi centimeters. That's the length of the arc. That's the length of the arc. Okay. So really quick, let's go to the equation of a circle. Now, equation of a circle. Let's say that a circle is given, and this is the center, and a point is taken on this circle. Okay, so let's say that the point is x comma y. Okay, the center is h comma k. Don't forget the order. Yeah, even if you think in alphabetical order, h comes first, then k comes next. And this is the radius. You know that the line segment joining the center to any point on the circle, this is the radius. Therefore, the rule is equation of a circle is x minus h. H comes first in alphabetical order, plus y minus k whole square equals to radius square. So really quick, one example. Well, an example. While comparing, always you have to check whether everything is matching or not. Like x is there, negative sign, so I can say that h equals to 2, right? Y is there, but sign is not matching, so the simple way is just switch the sign. Okay, therefore, what is center means, you know, center is h comma k, right? Therefore, center is h comma k means, what is h means? You see that it is if everything is same, then it's simple. You can say that 2. And what is k value means? If the sign is not matching, just simply switch the sign, -5. As simple as that. And radius square equals to 169. You know, this one may be written as 13 square. You can make use of calculator. So radius square is 13 square. So what is radius means? Radius equals to 13. Okay. Then the last question for the day is coming up. This is the general form of an equation, and you are asked to express this one or to write in the standard form. Okay, so what to do is step one is you write x values together. So x square and 14x, you write them together, and please leave sufficient space. Okay, then take the y values. So which is y square minus 18y. You write them together. Then plus 105. You may leave sufficient gap in between, equals to 0. Now, first of all, eliminate the constant by taking the opposite side on both the sides. You know the balancing equations. Now, I have to think of a plus b whole square, a minus b whole square formula. The first one is, let me compare with a square. Here I see plus sign. Therefore, a square plus 2ab plus b square formula I have to think. Next, here I see that minus sign. Therefore, a square minus 2ab plus b square formula I have to think of it. Now x square, a square, they are matching. Therefore, x whole square plus 2 times a value. You can see that it is x. Therefore, let me take x. What is b value means? 2x times what value? That makes 14. 2 times 7, that is 14. So the value of b is that is 7. So what is b square means? It is 7 square, right? Actually, this is not a part of the question here. There is nothing, but we are taking 7 square. Therefore, I must add. See, because if you add 7 square, the other side also you have to add 7 square. Now coming to the second part of the question is y square, a square, they are resembling. Minus, remember here minus is there, that's the reason I'm taking minus 2ab. 2 times a value is y. What is b value means we don't know. But let's try to match this one with 18. 2y times what value? That makes 18 means, 9. Now I know what is the value of b here. Please notice that I know what is the value of b here, right? So b is 9. Therefore, what is b square means? B square should be 9 square, which is not given in the question. So if I am including this one, the other side also I have to take plus 9 square. Okay. Now, I see that this is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. Therefore, it is a plus b. Please see that a and b values are taken from, you can compare a plus b whole square. Then here y, it is a minus b whole square. Therefore, y minus 9 square. And you may simplify this one, 105 plus 49 plus 81. 130, then you should get 25. Then further you can write this in the standard form. You can say that what is center and what is radius of the circle. Okay, don't forget, if you are writing in the form, it is x minus h square, and if you see that the sign is not matching, therefore I told you that you have to switch the sign, equals to, so instead of positive 7, please notice that the signs are not the same. So h value is -7 plus y minus k square. So k equals to just 9. It is not -9 because the sign is matching. Please notice that the sign is matching. So radius square is 25. Therefore, radius equals to 5. Because radius square equals to 25 means radius equals to 5. I think you can compute the square root. So radius is 5 units. Okay. Okay. That's it from me for today's class. See you later. Bye bye. Okay. It's time to go. Bye.